They've never been afraid before. Why some green card holders' concerns are growing. Everyday lives shaken by uncertainty. A Colorado business owner recently called her immigration attorney in a panic. Her concern wasn't about business permits or taxes, it was about deportation. She worried that if she traveled abroad for a work conference, she might not be able to return. In the Midwest, a woman from Cameroon faced a heartbreaking choice. She decided not to attend her father's funeral back home because the risk of being denied re-entry into the United States was too great. A Palestinian immigrant in New England canceled travel plans altogether, now fearful that even wearing a keffiyeh, a scarf they had worn comfortably for years, might put them at risk. Meanwhile, a Canadian tattoo artist in Washington state publicly expressed her fear of crossing the border for a short family visit, wondering if she'd ever be allowed back home. These stories may come from different corners of the country and different cultures, but they share one thread: each person is a legal green card holder, and each feels an unfamiliar fear of deportation. Why green card holders are suddenly nervous. There are roughly 12.8 million green card holders in the United States. Traditionally, lawful permanent residents have lived without the constant anxiety undocumented immigrants often face. But recent events have altered that sense of security. The case of Mahmoud Khalil, a former Columbia University protest leader and lawful permanent resident, is one example. Khalil, who is married to a U.S. citizen and faces no criminal charges, was suddenly accused by Trump administration officials of supporting terrorism. His attorneys deny the allegations, yet his detention rattled the immigrant community. His arrest underscored the vulnerability of all non-citizens, explains David Leopold, a veteran immigration lawyer. While deportations for criminal charges are not unusual, attempts to remove someone under vague claims of adverse foreign policy consequences are far more troubling. Political rhetoric fueling anxiety. Green card holders' fears aren't only rooted in arrests. Recent rhetoric from political leaders has heightened their insecurity. Vice President J.D. Vance recently remarked that permanent residents do not have an indefinite right to stay in the U.S., suggesting that their status could be revoked if deemed against national interests. Immigration lawyer shocking new standard. She warned that such broad, loosely framed political comments could create dangerous precedents, leaving lawful immigrants exposed to arbitrary decisions. Travel plans filled with fear. For many permanent residents, the simple act of international travel has become fraught with risk. Take the case of Marina Sinden, a tattoo artist in Washington state. Though married to a U.S. citizen and established with a home, children, and a business, she fears that a past clerical error in her immigration file might jeopardize her re-entry from Canada. "We've done everything right," Sinden says. "But one small error could destroy everything." Similarly, Maria, a Colorado entrepreneur originally from Costa Rica, recalled the terror of her undocumented childhood. Even with a valid green card today, she fears history could repeat itself. "All my childhood traumas are being reignited," she says, admitting she called her lawyer before committing to an international conference. What immigration attorneys advise. Immigration attorneys across the U.S. are reporting an uptick in anxious calls from green card holders. Charles Cook, a prominent attorney, says the last time he saw such widespread fear was after the September 11th attacks. Attorneys are reminding clients of several key rules. Green card holders should avoid trips long. What once seemed like secure residency now feels conditional, even fragile. Whether through pursuing citizenship or reconsidering their future in America, millions of green card holders are being forced to make life-altering choices in an atmosphere of growing uncertainty. That is all for today, in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later, in the next video. Till then, take care.
They have never been afraid before. Why some green card holders' concerns are growing. Green card holders across the US are increasingly fearful of deportation despite their lawful status. Stories from Colorado, the Midwest, New England, and Washington reveal that many are canceling travel, skipping funerals, and avoiding even cultural expression out of fear of re-entry, denials, or sudden depression. The arrest of Mohammad Khalil, a lawful resident accused without charges, underscored their vulnerability. Political rhetoric, including VP J.D. Vance, claimed that residency is not an indefinite right, has a deepened insecurity, travel risk, clerical errors, and racial profiling amplify anxiety. Political rhetoric, including VP J.D. Vance, claimed that residency is not an indefinite right, as a depend insecurity, travel risk, clerical errors, and racial profiling amplify anxiety. While some pursue U.S. citizenship for protection, others disillusioned. Consider living was staple residency now feels fragile and uncertain.